Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. We are the River's Edge Brass Band. We're going to open with our national anthem. If you're able, please rise and join us. We open our program with the American Overture, written by Joseph Wilcox Jenkins when he was an arranger for the military field band in Washington, D.C. in his mid-20s. Just a great little piece that captures kind of the spirit and exuberance, obviously the celebration of our 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. And so a big day for us. Before we get too far into the program, we really have to say a big thank you to Armstrong Chapel. They allowed us to come inside today. Now, a general rule of thumb is we sound better the further away you are from us. But in today's case, because we're inside and comfortable, we're probably going to make out in here pretty well. We move on now to a piece that was written by a Cincinnatian. And Henry Fillmore had a 25 or so piece professional band that played around town. He wrote a ton of great music. And this was originally played under no name at the Cincinnati Zoo, and sort of at one point called the Cincinnati Zoo. There was the title at one point, and had some other, and then he titled it Americans We. And really, it kind of fits up there with, you think of those great marches, the national emblem, or Stars and Stripes Forever, or some of that stuff. This is pretty close to that. If you don't recognize it, it's a phenomenal march, Americans We. And then you will recognize the Man of Steel flying through as we go on to Superman from that. Please enjoy both of these. Now, we know what you were thinking during the entire Superman performance. You're thinking, who are those two gentlemen that have been conducting the group? Because obviously Superman music would make you think of them. And they're phenomenal. We are so blessed to have them with us. The two men leading us so far tonight, Dr. Kevin Holtzman is our director of music here for the River's Edge Brass Band. He is the lead at the Cincinnati College Conservatory of Music Wind Conducting Department. Does a variety of things there, and just a international talent. We're lucky to have him with us. And I won't call him a sidekick, but he actually was a graduate student at the Cincinnati University Conservatory of Music. Brian Zielinski has graduated. And so we're so lucky to have had him with us for almost 2 years now. And so to both of them, on behalf of the band, and hopefully you enjoyed their leadership as well. Now, you may know there's a national park in the Virginia area, the Shenandoah National Park, mountain range. And you may have heard the tune Shenandoah. And often people think, you know what? The song was written about that region. It's not. And then you're like, why is it across the wide Missouri and the Virginia mountains? I really struggled with that for a long time myself. And so this is an American folk song from the 1800s that made its way across kind of a river song, became a sea chanty and some other things. But it originated a Indian chief named Chief Shenandoah had a beautiful daughter. And so this is some of the river workers singing the song of longing for his daughter. And so we hope that you enjoy this beautiful arrangement featuring our very own principal horn player, Elise Stone. And please enjoy Shenandoah on tenor horn solo. So I think we're ready just for the fireworks now. We can call it a concert. That was beautiful, Elise. Thank you. All right, the next two songs that we're going to do actually, think of patriotic music. You don't often think of the marching band field. This next American Civil War fantasy was actually arranged for the Team Up North's marching band, if you're an Ohio State fan. Sorry. But it was such a great arrangement that it became, it was rearranged for wind band and became quite the staple. It features music from around the time period of the Civil War, kind of leading up to it. And then it features, kind of weaves in some songs from the Civil War and even sounds of the approaching battles and the battle itself. And then maybe some optimism about what can come out of the Civil War. And so really great arrangement. You're going to hear a lot of tunes that you recognize. And after that, we're going to play a beautiful hymn tune, God of Our Fathers. And if you're not familiar with it, it was actually written for the centennial of the dedication of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. So 1886, there was a poem written, and that kind of turned into the hymn. So really, two pieces that have great connection to the history for our country. And if you're not familiar with the hymn God of Our Fathers, here is just a little bit of it. And it kind of looks back at God's involvement in the starting of our country and asks for his continued involvement in that. Obviously, the founders knew that that was not a done deal, that when they signed this, they might have been signing a death warrant. And so in this hymn that was written 100 years after they signed it, Thy love divine hath led us in the past. In this free land by thee our lot is cast. Be thou our ruler, guardian, guide, and stay. Thy word our law, thy paths our chosen way. And so please enjoy American Civil War fantasy and God of Our Fathers. as we draw near to the end of our program, there's just so many people to thank. And that piece, that beautiful arrangement of God of Our Fathers and a number of other arrangements that you heard today were done by a friend of the band, Mike Gallahue, lives north of Dayton, and has just written a ton of stuff that helps showcase great music in this platform for a brass band. We've already thanked Armstrong for allowing us inside, a little bit in jest, but really we are so grateful. This group could not function without Armstrong Chapel. They are our home base. We rehearse here weekly through our season, and then we do a number of performances for either Memorial Day, Veterans Day, and kind of other stuff. But to their music director, choir director, Ben Basone, who's our host, and Armstrong Chapel, Pastor Brown, and everyone here, thank you. You've already given a hand for our conductors, but all of the men and women that you see in front of you are volunteers and apply their collective talents to bringing not only the chance for us to enjoy music together, but hopefully it comes across to you as the audience that we enjoy that, and it sounds all right, you know? So thank you to all the musicians and the percussion section behind us as well. Give them a round of applause. Really, it's not as exciting to hear us without them. So, I mean, it's like really, really impressive. Now, if you're interested in following the band more, you can check out riversedgebrass.com. We have a concert set of concerts coming up in October. St. Columban Church in Loveland, I think October 18th, plus a number of things. We'll take kind of a break here for the summer to enjoy and get back to normal and fire back up in the fall. And before we play our last few songs, there's kind of one other thought that I want to leave you with. And I mentioned a little bit about the history of God of Our Fathers. And I heard a great description or definition of the word liberty. You know, as much as we celebrate now, this is 250 years of our nation and independence from Britain. And we live under so many risks that people took that we didn't have to take, and sacrifices that people made that we didn't have to make. And the description of the word liberty, I think oftentimes people think, oh, it's my own freedom, it's my own choice to do whatever. And I heard this definition, and I think I just needed to share it today on this occasion especially. But it's our freedom to say, do, worship, self-govern, all of those things. But it also carries with it the weight of responsibility to ensure that for others. And so as we celebrate what it has meant to be a nation for 250 years, also we remember that going forward, we have that same responsibility to carry that. And it's not just our own freedom, but it is to ensure that our freedom doesn't infringe upon those around us. And it's different because that's not how everyone thinks of the word liberty. But I love that definition. That's the one I'm using. So hopefully, maybe you take that one too. We will close with Carmen Dragon's America the Beautiful, and then the service medley song. We do not have the Space Force arranged in the version. If there's anyone here representing the Space Force, we'll give you a chance now to stand up and get our applause. It's okay, there are some. But if you hear your service song and or that of a family member and you'd like to stand in their honor, you may do so as we bring you America the Beautiful and the Armed Services Salute. Thank you so much, and happy July 4th.